It was a frustrating way to end the month of August. A 4-game sweep by the Halos in Anaheim as the A's now 5 games back in the AL West with 26 to play. But a new day brings a new month for the green and gold. Bob Melvin and the boys return home to their familiar surroundings of the Coliseum as the East Bay faithful get behind their team as the postseason push continues. It's holiday baseball as the A's host the Mariners live from the Coliseum. Coming up next. Labor Day baseball. We got a sellout crowd at the O.co Coliseum as the A's start a 6-game homestand. Jason Hammel's going to take them out for the Athletics, and the A's have a new designated hitter, the big fella, Adam Dunn. He's in uniform. He'll play today. There's your AL West standings, and there's your AL West wild card. How about they're the American League wild card, and the Mariners are in the mix in that wild card, so keep an eye on them. All right, it's the first of 3. It's the Oakland A's and the Seattle Mariners, and it's coming up right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with Ray Fossey, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Welcome to A's Baseball. Hope you're having a great Labor Day. Adam Dunn is here. He's got 460 career home runs on his resume, and he's going to be the cleanup hitter today for the Athletics.
And he hits 20 right in the middle of the lineup for the Athletics, and I think it'd be a welcome sight to see him. Just looking at him, you know he's a welcome sight. Check the size of this young man who is with the Athletics for the first time. He came over from the Chicago White Sox. He towers above everybody. He has the power to hit home runs, working with a great hitting coach in Chili Davis. So it's great to have Adam Dunn in the middle of the lineup for the final month of the season. He has never been to postseason. I think the A's would like to see him at least enter the month of October for the first time.
Jason Hammel, Chris Young is your pitching matchup. Hammel looking for a good month of September, and Chris Young, he may be the comeback player of the year in the American League.
Well, Jason Hammel deserved to pick up the win in Houston, which was a great comeback for him because he did not pitch that well against the Astros the previous time. For Chris Young, we know the type of pitcher he is. A fly ball pitcher, throws about 87 miles per hour, elevates the fastball. Let's hope Hammel can get his pitches down and that Young stays up in the zone and the A's can take advantage of the beautiful day where the ball should carry very well today.
Well, last time the A's saw the Mariners right before the All-Star break, they're going to see each other 6 times in the next 13 games. So big day at the ballpark, sellout crowd, and it's Coco Crisp jersey giveaway day. That's a good-looking jersey, folks. We'll have lineups at first pitch when we come back.
Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, the A's are back home, and they are set to go. Big start of a 3-game series against the Seattle Mariners, a postseason hopeful team, and just like the Athletics. So it's a big series to open up the month of September. So the A's indeed take the field. All whites today for the Athletics. And let's check the game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open on weekends. Hot day, 76 degrees, very warm. And a little bit of humidity this afternoon, but not a cloud in the sky, and it's a beautiful day, and we certainly hope you're all having a nice holiday, Labor Day. So day baseball on Labor Day. Lineup this afternoon for the Seattle Mariners. Austin Jackson leads off in center field. Trade deadline acquisition for the Mariners. Then it's Dustin Ackley. He's a hot hitter. Robinson Cano, Kendrys Morales, Kyle Seager, Justin Smoke, Eric Chavez, Mike Zunino, and Brad Miller.
Jason Hamill pitching for the Athletics as the A's begin this month of September, coming off a very good start against the Astros. Did not get a victory, but 7 solid innings against Houston, a couple of wins in his career against the Mariners, and he knows how important this start is for him, for the Athletics, and especially to forget about the month of August.
Defensively for the Athletics, Moss is in left, Fold in center, Reddick in right, Donaldson, Lowry's back, Sogard's at second, Vogt at first. Giovanni Soto is your catcher. So Austin Jackson steps in, and Jason Hamill is ready.
Key for Jason Hamill his last start against the Astros, keeping everything down. Fastball, curveball, slider, everything. It's low, too low, but not a bad place to pitch considering you want to keep the ball down.
Back from the disabled list today, Jed Lowry. That's great news for the A's. Played in a couple rehab games. And he's back. Adam Dunn in the lineup, the newest Athletic. So certainly a couple of offensive reinforcements in the lineup. And it's what the A's need at this point, struggling to score runs. So it's good to have those two guys in the lineup today.
I look at the positive, a couple of new players in a new month. Maybe that will work together for the Athletics. High curveball, got the strike call though, but Jason Hamill, and that happened in Houston in the start in which he gave up a bunch of runs the first inning. So that, while he got the call from Quinn Walcott, he'd like to get the curveball down lower, like his fastball.
There's that big curve.
That's a good one. That's a good location. And Jackson back in the leadoff spot for the Mariners. He had been dropped down back and forth, but good hard curveball taken by Jackson. Jackson, while with the Tigers, did lead off, but then they moved him down the ninth postseason last year.
Close pitch, 3-2. It's always kind of the question with Austin Jackson. Where do you bat him?
Exactly. Yep, well, they did move him around, but now he's covered the center field area in Seattle. Safeco Field, a big yard.
3-2 pitch is hit in the air, right center. Fold is there, and he's got it, 1 out.
Time now for the Nissan keys to the game. Yes, back home. Yes, new month. Yes, all good. So let's hope that is the case for Jason Hamill. He's got a month to shine, and of course for him as well as that man Adam Dunn in the middle of the lineup.
Number 13.
Johnny Gomes, of course, always close. And I thought it was interesting that Johnny Gomes called Adam Dunn. Johnny, I think, knows everybody. I think he would just call anybody and everybody, but that's how friendly he is to everybody, and call to welcome him.
Well, I guess maybe teammates in Washington, right?
That's right. But, you know, it's also for Johnny Gomes, got the ring last year in Boston. Very instrumental in helping the Red Sox win the World Series, and he knows how important it is for a player to get the opportunity not only to get the postseason, but to get to the big dance and win the whole thing.
So Dustin Ackley steps in. Ackley has been a hot hitter. He's hitting .260, 11 homers, 60 RBIs, and he has become a huge part of this Mariners offense. Got off to a slow start, but since the All-Star break, he's been terrific.
You know, that swing right there, Kevin, we have seen it where he opens up and kind of slaps the ball, and as a result, Moss in left field playing him almost like a right-handed pull hitter, playing him relatively shallow. Same for Fold in center field. See that opening up swing.
Little flare, Fold on the move, and Fold goes into a slide. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Nice play by Sam Fold for the second out.
Call him Super Sam, Captain America, and Sam got the jump, and no chance for Lowry going out to catch it, and Sam Fold charging into the slide, rolling over and making the catch. And you know, he is very open about the fact that he is type 1 diabetic, and you know, I asked him about the pump which some players use, and he said, look at the way I play. There it is. He said, I'd crush it if I had the pump on my hip someplace. So Hamill happy that the bloop did not fall in. Fold very happy to be able to get the ball and give up his body and make the play.
So 2 outs for Robinson Cano.
That's a great play to go on the slide. To me, it takes a lot of concentration. Whenever an outfielder or infielder goes to the slide, you have to concentrate on the baseball when you go into the slide.
A shot knocked down by Vogt, scrambles after it, underhands in time, side retired. So a couple of nice defensive plays by the A's in the top of the first inning to keep the Mariners off the board. First inning, and let's check out the Athletics lineup. It's Sam Fold in center, Josh Reddick in right, then Donaldson at third, Dunn the DH, Moss and left, Lowry at short, Vogt at first, Soto the catcher, Sogard is the second baseman. So Adam Dunn in the cleanup spot.
And at 6'10" Chris Young, and while he may be tall, like Randy Johnson, who pitched for the Mariners, he does not throw as hard, but he gets the job done. 12-game winner for the Mariners, and what a find towards the end of spring training. Mariners picked him up, signed him, and he's so new that he's in one of the additional bios. He's not even in their media guide. So that says how new he was to the Mariners, but definitely not new to pitching.
Fold bunts it in the air, foul. It's amazing. Anybody could have had him.
That's right.
And the Mariners got him, and he's been really, really good. 12-6. Chris Young, 6'10" Chris Young. He's 35 years old. One and one to Fold. Reddick to follow, and then Donaldson here in the bottom of the first inning. Hard but foul. Chris Young, his first appearance this year was a relief appearance against the A's, and at that time it was the 6th of April, so it was right at the beginning of the year. We didn't really think much of it. He threw a couple innings against the A's.
Did a great job, couple of strikeouts, 2 innings, and also his first career relief appearance.
And it was almost like, oh yeah, that's right, they just signed this guy.
That's right.
And then his next outing was a start against the A's, and he threw 6 shutout innings, and he's been just rolling along ever since then. Originally drafted by the Pirates. Right to Cano, who's playing kind of a shallow second base, and Fold is retired. 1 out. Defensively for the Mariners, Ackley in left, Jackson in center, Endy Chavez. I think I said Eric in the batting order. It's Endy Chavez, not the former Athletic. Seager, Miller, Cano, Smoke on the infield. Zunino is your catcher. Statistically, the Seattle Mariners are #1 in the league. They have made the fewest errors in the American League, 63. So they've pitched well and they've played strong defense.
How rare was that ground ball by Folds? 18 innings, the 3 starts, as you mentioned, 32 fly ball outs in those 18 innings and 3 starts against the Athletics following that 1 relief appearance.
Well, the A's, on the other hand, have made 93 errors. So that's a lot. That's a huge difference. 30 more errors the A's have made.
Yeah, you look at it, Reddick has to step to the plate and say, wait a minute. There's the opening up the middle. So if I hit a ball up the middle, it might be a base hit. No shift. Yeah, I mean, there's somewhat of a shift. Miller close to second, but not the way a lot of clubs have played.
Driven toward Jackson, who hesitated. Now he's got to hustle back, and it goes over his head. And he gets it back in quickly, but a misplay by Austin Jackson, and Reddick has a double.
He might have been fooled with the way the ball is carrying, and Reddick hit it hard, but like you said, a good jump on the ball, which looked like he had gotten, and he should have been able to catch it. Not overpowering with a fastball for Chris Young, stayed back, and Reddick driving the ball straight away center field. So while it's not a base hit up the middle, it's a double off of the glove of Jackson, who reached up, really never got a glove on it. He was fooled badly getting the jump. So Reddick, nice drive to straightaway center, and that's almost like he was waiting back.
Donaldson skies one toward Jackson. He's going to make the play on this one. Reddick thinking about tagging up, and he'll bluff and go back. So that'll bring up the newest Athletic, Adam Dunn. Let's listen to the ovation he gets from his new fans.
Batting in the fourth position. Designated hitter, number 10, Adam Dunn.
So Adam Dunn steps in, and the big fella's been around a long time, 13 years in the big leagues. Numbers this year, 20 home runs.
And he does walk a lot. Cano playing him in shallow right field, Miller up the middle. Just a question of whether they will even give him a pitch to hit. He's very selective. And I think maybe the biggest thing for Adam Dunn, because he does walk a lot throughout his career, it's a lot of home runs. In this situation with first base open, maybe pitching him carefully, but he expand his strike zone.
There's a strike, 1-1 count. He's 36th on the all-time home run list with 460. He's 42nd on the all-time walk list with over 1,300, and he's 3rd on the all-time strikeout list, behind Reggie Jackson and Jim Thome. That one's hit high in the air to right field. Endy Chavez going back. He's at the wall, and he leaps, and it is gone. Adam Dunn, a 2-run shot in the first.
A great home run, but that was a fly ball. I mean, you talk about a beautiful day in Oakland. That ball just kept carrying. So a misplay maybe by Austin Jackson, and Adam Dunn on the 1-1 first at bat. A home run, towering home run to right field. To be honest, I thought Chavez was going to get it. He jumped. The next thing they see it bouncing, which is a great sign. Welcome to Oakland.
So 2-0 to Moss. 21st home run of the year for Adam Dunn. And now 3-0. He ties David Ortiz on the all-time home run list, 461. And a 4-pitch walk after the home run.
Well, he is so strong. They call him Big Donkey for a reason, because he is unbelievably strong. And this is just liftoff. And I mean, as high as the ball was hit, and you don't know if he felt he got enough that was going to carry out, but Chavez goes back. He jumps, very good jumping ability. And I mean, you go back to robbing at the playoffs, the Mets, when he played for them left field. It looked like he just ran. Well, he got to the wall, jumped up, and the wall kind of stopped him a little bit. But just a high towering fly ball. I mean, this man is just unbelievably strong, and that is a complete swing, and right in the middle of the lineup. Third pitch he sees in the green and gold.
Exmo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Lowry with a shot to right. That's a base hit. Moss will hustle around second. He'll go to third. So first and third here in the first inning.
So about that, Bob Mills got to be saying, where were you guys yesterday, the last few days? You know, two guys new to the ball club. DL for Lowry. Adam Dunn joins, and Jed Lowry, not his patented double, but gets it past the first baseman, Smoke, down towards the corner, cut off nicely by Chavez. But see, you know, Kyle, and I think too, and we see some guys who are adamant about not going on the rehab assignment. It's nice to get a couple of bats, few at bats in a game, just to, instead of coming straight off the disabled list. And Jed Lowry was able to do that over the weekend.
Batting in the 7th position.
So 3 hits and a walk allowed by Chris Young here in the first inning. And Stephen Vogt will hit. Vogt hitting .301, 9 homers, 32 RBIs. The first pitch is a strike to Vogt. Vogt was 1 for 12 in that series down in Anaheim. The quiet month of August for Vogt. See if he can get things rolling here in September. A misplay by Austin Jackson, which went for a double and opened the door for the A's. Really what it did is it gave Adam Dunn an at-bat, and he homered.
That's a great point too, Kai, because I know talking to opposing managers and players, and they're talking about a presence in the middle of the lineup. They say, okay, you make a mistake, you put this guy out, and then you have to face the other guy. And in the case of the other guy for the A's now, it's Adam Dunn. One of the guys who said that recently is no longer with the Astros, and that's Dave Trimble.
He went with Bo Porter. Yeah, they packed their bags. The Astros fired Bo Porter today, their manager, and Dave Trimble.
He'll be in this weekend.
That one is just foul. C.B. Bucknor, the first base umpire. So Bo Porter gone. Tom Lawless was named the interim manager. And we were just in Houston, and my take was things were a little weird down there with the manager and the front office, and I don't know, something was not right. Not saying we knew that was going to happen, but something just was not right.
Yeah, I'd be honest, I had no clue and didn't think anything close to that was going to happen.
Good swing by Vogt. Count remains 1-2, so 23 pitches in the first inning for Chris Young.
amazing what one play, a team that plays so well defensively, and one of it's not an error. Goes as a ball that maybe should have been caught. Probably, I mean, as well and as much ground as Austin Jackson typically covers and has throughout his career. That ball over his head. I mean, you think of Comerica Park where he played his career, and the amount of room in center field, left center, right center.
Another good swing by Vogt.
Stephen Vogt out on the front foot, but kept his bat back as Chris Young throwing something off speed off of his already slower than normal fastball.
Nice block by Zunino, saved a run. So full count. Moss at third, Lowry at first. So Lowry will go.
Well, this is a big play because he does a very nice job moving his body in front of it. Zunino does, and become the everyday catcher. 19 home runs, not hitting for a big average, but doing the job behind the plate as well as the long ball.
And Lowry goes, and the pitch is foul back again.
Tenth pitch coming up in this at bat, so good battle. Stephen Vogt forcing Chris Young to throw a lot of pitches.
Left-hander Lucas Luetke gets up. Another hard hit ball, just foul. He's getting some pretty good swings.
What is this, the Angels ploy? You start a righty and bring a lefty in the fourth inning? Although that was all relievers from social standpoint. So this is more of a starter in Chris Young. And Rick Waite's a pitching coach, or McClendon manager, not wanting the game to get out of hand.
And a bit outside, so the bases are loaded.
McClendon, a very, very good first season for the Mariners as their manager, and have them in the standings where they are in the record. Quite an accomplishment for the second-time manager. Another new player, Soto, and you know he knew he had a whole bunch of bags getting off the airplane yesterday.
It's blocked again by Zunino. Got a home run in his career against Chris Young. Missed again, 2-0.
Chris Young, of course, going out of the windup with the bases loaded, and it's got to be more of a comfort feeling for him. Jason Hamill, so far the recipient of the offensive support. He'd like to see an even bigger hit right now.
Soto takes that one for a strike. Line drive down the left field line, but he got out in front. So 2-2 the count.
Looking maybe for a little bit too much from Chris Young. Soto very strong and showed it with the top hand on a pitch that was elevated.
And now it's a full count.
Young better take Zunino out to dinner.
34 pitches now.
That's 3 that Zunino was blocked in this inning alone, last couple of the batters.
Runners go, and the pitch is lined to left, and that's a hit. 2 runs are going to score, and the A's lead 4-0.
That's going to be it. Sobar's going to get the lefty, but Soto gets a fastball down, drops the head of the bat on it, and with the bases loaded, 2 outs, everybody running. That is 2 more runs, a 4-run first inning, and what could have been is a very short outing for Chris Young, but what really could have been is back to the dugout after 3 batters. But A's taking advantage of the mistake and have scored 4 runs.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up. Your oil change, tune up, and smog experts.
Season, the A's 2014 season, with your own team photo presented by Kingsford Capital Management. Sunday, September the 21st, A's will take on the Phillies. 10,000 fans will go home with a 2014 team photo. A perfect souvenir for collecting autographs. For information and tickets, head to athletics.com/tickets. Nice photo. You see the staff in white, players decked out in the alternate goal. It's Chris Young, 2/3 of an inning. Shortest outing this year in his career, but this year because his first appearance was 2 innings as a reliever, his first career, and another first for him in this, his 4th start against the Athletics this year.
So 36 pitches. And here's Sogard, who bunts and reached for it and missed it. So Vogt at 3rd, Soto at 1st. Slipke, his 5th appearance. And who knows at this point, Ray, and honestly, I think Lloyd McClendon is just saying, we got to get out of this inning.
I agree.
Because there's a right-hander now warming up in the bullpen. That's Nolan Walker, the hot prospect.
I think you're 100% correct.
So he's thinking, get out of this. I'll bring Walker in, who's a starter, really. And there's a flare to left, and that's a hit. Vogt trots him to score 5-0.
Well, he tried to bunt, got a pitch outside, and boy, flare never looked so beautiful as Sogard facing the lefty and just flares it out to left field. All this coming with 2 outs. 5 runs so far with 2 outs. After Donaldson flew out to center field following the ball over the head of Jackson. Done the home run. Couple walks to follow. And both walks have scored in this inning.
5 runs on 5 hits, and now Fuld will hit for the 2nd time. He takes a strike. Fuld tried to hold up, could not do it on a slider. So quickly behind in the count, 0-2. And he swings and misses, side retired. So the A's score 5 times. Welcome back to the Coliseum with a little help from the new guy, Adam Dunn, with a 2-run homer. So second inning coming up, 5-0 Athletics. California is brought to you by the Oakland Raiders. Season and single game tickets on sale now. Call 1-800-RAIDERS or visit Raiders.com today. Second inning, A's with a 5-0 lead as Jason Hamill will try to work with a lead here as he faces Morales, Seager, and Smoke. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. Kendrys Morales, the switch hitting designated hitter.
I think we saw yesterday at Anaheim when Shoemaker and the Angels got off to a big lead. He did not change his game. 7 shutout innings and kept using the breaking pitches. And that's something you really have to think about when you have a lead. And Hamill knows that as a starting pitcher. Don't change a thing.
The Mariners. Morales just able to check. The Mariners are 12th in the league in runs scored, so they are winning with pitching and defense. Knew that coming in. That one chopped right over the mound, right near second base. Lowry has it. And Kendrys Morales, who does not run very well, is thrown out.
Finger's okay.
Yeah.
Just has a little tape on it, but on the 15-day disabled list, and he is back, gets a single, and he's back fielding the ball and a nice throw. Stephen Vogt getting the first out of the inning. And look at a couple of defensive plays by the A's in the top half of the first inning, and Fold with the sliding catch, and Stephen Vogt at first handling the hard hit ball, and then the A's take advantage of a mistake, score 4 runs, make it 5. 5 runs. Wow. That's strange to see a big crooked number like that early.
Yep. We're not in Anaheim anymore.
That's right.
1-0 to Kyle Seager. All-star third baseman for the Mariners, having another fine season. 274, 20 homers, and 82 RBIs. First time All-Star this year.
Probably first of many because he's that good.
I agree.
Good defensive third baseman, very good hitter. You get 20 home runs, you play for the Mariners. They have a huge park, but he hits them down the line a lot of times.
And he lines one right up the middle, and that's a base hit to center field. First hit for the Mariners.
2-1, got a fastball and right back up the middle. As at least the pitch was a little bit down, about thigh high.
A nice, easy swing.
Yeah.
His brother is a very high prospect with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's a shortstop. Here's Smoke, Justin Smoke. Smoke, a little flare. Sogard hustling out. He'll get there into foul territory. So that's the second out here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Endy Chavez.
Batting in the 7th position, right fielder, number 9, Endy Chavez.
He's getting a lot of playing time in right field. He's really talking to the Mariners people. He's been kind of an unsung hero for them.
Well, if you want defense and you've got pitching and you want the defense, Chavez is the one that can help you defensively. As we mentioned, the great catch he made in left field during the postseason. But now playing right field with Ackley handling the left field duties.
Endy Chavez.
Eric Chavez retired.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Finally hung him up. It's unfortunate for Eric Chavez, as we saw here, 6-time Gold Glover, 6 consecutive Gold Glovers. The body just broke down. Had some surgeries and different types of injuries. Wish him well in his after baseball life.
We saw him at his best, and then saw him struggle with those injuries as well. Did a nice job as a part-time player with the Yankees and with the Diamondbacks.
Yankees actually wanted him back after he had the 1 year. They decided to go home to Arizona, where he makes his home.
1-0 to Endy Chavez. And he shows bunt, takes a pitch high, 2-0. Mariners are 10th in the league in home runs hit. They don't walk a lot. Second fewest walks in the league as a team. They are last in on-base percentage. And just some of the offensive numbers for Seattle. But I think offensively they are a step better than they were last year. And the 3-0 pitch misses, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Endy Chavez.
Got to follow through, and he's standing up a little bit too much upright. At least he did to Chavez, and put in the player at the plate who has had, again, not for average, but long ball.
Zunino.
Zunino has had a good season.
That's Tawan Walker, who looks like he's going to come in, and he is technically a starter. So that's who we may see. First pitch to Zunino, miss. So Soto will chat with Hamill.
You'd think you mentioned about what Lloyd McClendon, Bob Melvin, and Kurt Young might not wait a long time either. I mean,
no, you're right.
You're looking at a time of the year where you don't care about disappointing and making people unhappy. You're just trying to get wins.
Welcome to September, right? Things are a little bit different now, and you have more players because you can expand the 25-man roster.
And the A's just got away with one, and Soto gets it on the mask, but I think he'd rather take it on the mask than have Zunino do what he was trying to do, and that's to make it a 3-run home run and a 2-run game, and right off both masks. But again, an elevated fastball, get it down there, and that's what a curveball will do. Force pitcher to get down to the zone, but cannot live upstairs. And while this might not be a club hits a lot of home runs, Kai, with this weather today, I wouldn't take a chance with anybody, because this is a different type of day. Day game, nice weather, warm. Ball's going to carry.
Swing and a miss. 93 miles an hour, so the count 2-2 to Zunino.
Wow. Got away with it again. I hate to keep saying it, but that's living dangerously.
So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out again upstairs with a fastball. So Jason Hamill gets out of the jam, and the Mariners do not score. A's coming to bat at the bottom of the second.
September the 19th, Star Wars Fireworks Night presented by State Farm. Jedis from galaxies near and far are invited to attend, and A's fans are encouraged to dress as their favorite Star Wars characters for this fun family event. Fans can meet Star Wars characters during the game, and everyone at the ballpark will enjoy post-game fireworks set to the music from Star Wars. Tickets are going fast, as they usually do for fireworks, so visit athletics.com/fireworks. Get them, Joe. They're going fast.
So 5-0, bottom of the second inning. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So the Mariners bringing the young right-hander Tawan Walker. And again, he's coming out of the bullpen now, but I think we're going to see a lot of Tawan Walker in the next 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
He's really one of the better prospects in all of baseball. He's just a youngster, 22 years old, and he is generally a starting pitcher, but with the expanded rosters, he's pitching in long relief right now for the Mariners. Zunino just got foul tip. So Lutke goes a third of an inning, gave up a hit and a strikeout. And I'm sure the Mariners are figuring that Walker has the ability to go 3, 4, 5 innings, maybe more.
Chris Young wasn't so tall. He might change uniform and try to go to the bullpen, but I think he'd stand out.
Yeah. Can't hide. That one's 6'10".
Think about when the big Nate Fryman, 6'8", returns, and he got Adam Dunn and Nate Fryman in the dugout, both scratching their head, rubbing their heads on the top of the dugout. I mean, they're both tall, and Dunn blew up after Donaldson is tall and big.
Now batting.
So here's Donaldson with Dunn in the on-deck circle. Third walk issued by the Mariners. First pitch to Donaldson is a strike. So Adam Dunn in uniform, Jed Lowry off the disabled list, and coming up from the minor leagues, Rodriguez, Burns, and a catcher, Brian Anderson, who just recently acquired in a trade. So that is the new guys in uniform today. Burns has been in the big leagues. Rodriguez has been in the big leagues.
And Anderson with Soto catching day. Of course, Derek Norris. But Stephen Vogt is now relegated to first base. There's Brad Anderson.
Left-handed hitter.
Not the left-handed thrower like the broadcaster now with the Rays, who always a fun guy to be around.
Donaldson is called out on strikes. He can't believe it.
Your attention, please.
No part of the strike zone. It was a fastball. And that one, Walker got the call.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 10.
So here's Adam Dunn. A home run in his first at bat as an Athletic. How about that? He was brought here to hit home runs. And that's what he did. He just hit a high towering fly ball that just kept going. And he shoots from the left field. He's got a base hit. The shift was on. So Reddick's going to hustle to third. He'll make it. And the A's have first and third. So Adam Dunn hits a home run to right his first at bat. And he just lines one the other way for a base hit in his second at bat.
You know, kind of people will say, well, the shift will give up a single. But this is first and third, nobody out. It's smart hitting. If you walk as much as Adam Dunn does, he waits a long time at the plate. And you make a mistake, you hit a home run, you go away from him, he'll wait and take it the opposite field against the shift. And hustling was Reddick to get over. So there's first and third, one out. A's chance to add on.
So he is not afraid to hit the ball the other way. But you're right, he's just not a dead pull hitter. I mean, he really waits a long time.
And really, that's a credit to him to be able to have the power that he does, but also to walk. And a lot of power hitters typically do walk a lot because they wait, they see the ball a long time.
Moss walked and scored in the first inning. There was 2 walks in that first inning by Chris Young. They both scored.
Kind of looking back the month of August, the A's, a team that usually walks a lot, and Rubio Durazo just debuted. I remember Durazo's first AB, opposite field here at the Coliseum.
See Willingham on there. Remember opening night?
That's right. Jay Payton. Adam Rosales did that against the Angels. It took him 40 seconds to get around. Well, 20 seconds. I mean, he sprinted around the bases because he continues to do it. Big hurt Frank Thomas, left field.
Moss bounces that one past Ty Waller. Willingham's home run was off Felix Hernandez. So 1-2 to Moss. Moss flipped the page on August, a month where he really struggled. So looking for better things in September. Another foul ball.
Well, those who are fortunate to receive the pet calendar that is given out at the end of the season, they'll notice that you flipped it to September. You see Brandon Moss holding his dog. And Brandon Moss looked at that and he said, forget about the dog. It's September. Because he's happy that the page flipped.
Well, emergency hack. Pitch was inside. He was able to hang in there. Keeps the count 1-2. A's with 5 in the first. All coming with 2 outs. Another foul ball. So good battle here. Moss trying to get a run in. Did not go. Well, the sellout crowd is into it right from the get-go today.
Good, Brandon, able to recognize the pitch out of the strike zone, not only away but up as well.
Rolls over on an off-speed pitch.
Found off 5 with 2 strikes. Number 10 coming up for him. Stephen Vogt had an 11 pitch at bat in the first inning.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Paul was in the dirt. Zunino grabs it. So Walker gets a big strike.
And went to the changeup and found off those pitches. Then you get a changeup down.
Shortstop.
Big motion, and Brandon couldn't hold up on that one. It did on the fastball that was up, but not the changeup down.
So see if Lowry can come through. Lowry singled and scored in that first inning. First pitch, off-speed pitch, drops in for a strike. So Lowry back in the lineup. In the air to left field. Ackley comes in. He's got it. Side retired. So a couple of runners left for the A's, and we're headed to the third. Athletics 5, the Mariners nothing.
The Athletics.
California is brought to you by PG&E. See our progress in your town at pgne.com/crprogress. Gorgeous day in the Bay Area, nice and warm. And the A's with an early 5-0 lead. It's Brad Miller, Austin Jackson, Dustin Ackley. Casey Chavez taking care of everybody. He does more than just catch. The relief pitcher's getting ready. He's got a bag full of water.
One of his best jobs has been in Arlington, Texas on a sunny afternoon where it's about 120 degrees, and improvised making a canopy over the bullpen that was uncovered. Chavez did a good job and kept his relievers cool. They've changed it a little bit where it's a little bit better for them. So one Chavez retires, the other is in the A's bullpen.
So 1-2 to Miller, 206 with 8 home runs for Miller, and he swings and misses at that high fastball. Check out our Ford Right choice for today. This was Tuesday in Houston. Jason Hamill was terrific. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run with 6 strikeouts, 93 pitches, and he was in line for a win. But then that bottom of the 8th happened. That bottom of the 8th thing happened.
Yeah.
The Chris Carter home run.
He did well, though, because he had faced the Astros the previous start, and it did not go well for him. 6 runs in the first inning, but boy, just 1 run in 7 innings. Everything was down, and he's continued that today. Just after a few fastballs, maybe some of those fastballs up in the zone, like to Zunino and Miller, back-to-back strikeouts. Maybe those have been intentional. They've worked well in getting the strikeouts.
Good curveball there, and it catches the outside corner for a strike. Jackson hit a fly ball to Fold center in the first inning. That one's drilled toward Fold, who's coming in again. Goes into a slide, makes the catch. Nice play by Sam Fold. Look at the breaking ball. And was not good for Jason Hamill his first 4 starts, but the last 4 starts it's been better. You see the location. 23% have been high, but look all the way to the right. 59% of his breaking balls have been low, and that's a pretty good number, and that's obviously where you want it. And those numbers, first 4 starts, last 4 starts. So. And he has been better. 2.86 ERA in his last 4 starts before today. Getting some defensive help today as well. Sam Fold's running all over the place. One and 1 to Ackley. And now 1 and 2 to Ackley. Ackley was robbed of a hit. Sam Folds came running in on a little shallow pop-up. Made a nice sliding catch. Lowry scoops it up. Side retired. So 3 up, 3 down inning for Jason Hamill. Stephen Vogel's going to lead things off when we come back. It's 5-0 A's. California is brought to you by Prism. Now your team can collaborate at a whole new level with video walls from Prism. Learn how at prism.com. Big swing of Adam Dunn. That was in the first inning. He hit a 2-run homer in his first at bat. He also had a base hit in his second at bat. So the A's with a 5-0 lead, bottom of the third inning.
I guess it just sounds better at the Coliseum with, I believe, in Stephen Vogt. The smattering of fans down in Anaheim didn't quite take around the stadium the way it does here.
Doesn't help when you're losing every night either.
No. And the fans boo when the A's fans cheered him.
2-1 to Vogt. Vogt, Soto, Sogard. The A's here in the third inning. Big bouncer, and it's just foul. Angels are off, and they're going to open up a 2-game series in Houston tomorrow. They'll be in Houston Tuesday and Wednesday, in Minnesota Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at Texas. So that's their road trip. They got that makeup game actually Monday in Cleveland. So they had a busy week and a half. Buzzing around. Two and 2 to Vogt. Curveball hit high in the air to deep center field. Jackson's back just enough room in front of the wall, and he has it for out number 1.
Now, if it had gone more towards left center near the championship signs in between Xfinity and Comcast Sports State, California, it'd been a home run because that's where he was hitting them in Anaheim.
Yeah, he kept going to the same spot, coming up short.
So this one he hit a little bit more towards center and was caught. So you're going to hit that direction, go over the jagged edge.
Soto had a big hit. Bases loaded single with 2 outs in that first inning. Made a 2-0 game a 4-0 game. And then Sogard got a hit to make it 5-0. In fact, Soto was the last hitter that Chris Young faced. Chris Young out after 36 pitches. Broken bat, slowly hit. Miller charges, scoops, and throws 2 away. A little lumber left around home plate. In fact, a couple different areas on the infield grass.
Well, this only happens with wooden bats. You don't see it in high school or college where they use aluminum, but that sounded like a broken bat. Result was a broken bat. And the worst part for Soto was an out. He got in his kitchen, and that's a whole bunch of splinters there. Might have gotten in the freezer on that one.
It's a long run to first base, too, isn't it?
Yes.
So 2 outs for Sogard. Sogard looped a single into left field. Scored Vogt, the 5th run of that inning.
Wasn't a real pretty line drive. The result was perfect for Sogard, taking the lefty outside, Lutke, and sending it to left field. That was a big run. Keep adding on, which the A's did.
Check swing, foul ball, right back to Sam Fuld in the on-deck circle. You got 5 runs and 5 hits and 2 walks in that first inning. Don't know if you could ask for much better after you've just been swept on the road. You come home, a sellout crowd, you score 5 in the first, and the guy you just traded for hits a 2-run homer.
Yeah.
That's about as good as you're going to get.
That's a perfect scenario.
Jed Lowry back off the disabled list. He gets a base hit in that first inning.
And Bob Melvin will have another meeting after today's game. He doesn't want to ever have to do it again. I don't think the players want it either.
Taijuan Walker has a 3-up, 3-down inning, and we're through 3, 5-0 the A's lead.
Even further this season with Chevy Free Parking Tuesdays. Park for free at select Tuesday home games. 2 free parking Tuesdays remain tomorrow against the Mariners. September the 23rd, that's against the Angels. Purchase game tickets to these free parking Tuesday games at athletics.com/Tuesday. Free parking Tuesdays driven by Chevrolet.
Hey, that's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
We'll be here.
A's and Mariners will be back on Wednesday afternoon for the series finale, an added game for Comcast Sportsnet California. So happy to bring 3 of these games against the Mariners. All 3 very important. Actually, every game very important in the month of September, especially where the A's are and trying to get back to where they've been.
0-2 to Robinson Cano, leading things off here in the 4th. Cano bounced out to Vogt, who made a nice play. Taps this one right side again. Sogard scoops it, throws 1 out. The 5 in a row retired by Jason Hamill after getting in a little jam in the 2nd inning.
Now batting, number 21, Kendrys Morales.
There's Kendrys Morales.
It's that hot.
It's hot, yeah.
Sun beating on the back of the necks, and
Eck in the house.
Yeah. He likes the sun. He wouldn't be doing that, but back of the neck maybe yes.
Oh, and 1 to the cleanup hitter. Drill the left. Moss gets back, and he's got it. Had a no-hitter today, Ray Fosse. A no-hitter. You caught one of those, but yours was by 1 guy. This was by 4. The Phillies 7, the Braves nothing in Atlanta. Cole Hamels went 6 innings, but he walked quite a few guys, and they took him out. 3 pitchers came in, 1 for each inning, and the Phillies no-hit the Atlanta Braves. He saw the Braves this year and were impressed. But at times this year, the Braves have really struggled to score runs.
Except when they face the A's, they seem to score runs.
So Atlanta, right in the middle of the National League wild card race. They're 6 back of the Nationals in the division, but they're very much in the wild card, so they lose today.
A's were tuning up for postseason 1975, a 4-pitcher no-hitter.
Yeah.
Vida Blue started. Raleigh Fingers finished.
Did you catch all 9?
No, I caught 4. Gene Tennis caught 5. So 4 pitchers, 2 catchers. So it was a tune-up for postseason, but
I wonder if that's ever happened.
probably not the two catchers.
Yeah, the two catchers.
Yeah, I think the A's had 4 Orioles pitch against the A's. And speaking of the Astros, they had one in New York where
That's right.
they had about 4, 5, maybe 6.
Dotel pitched in that
Yeah, I
game.
think Billy Wagner closed it out, so it was a multi-pitcher no-hitter. But that's what a pitch count does, and of course with Hamels, what, 6 innings? Was it 6 innings for 108
He went
pitches?
6 innings, yeah.
Ryan Sandberg said he's too valuable a commodity.
More action for Fold. He's running all over the place today. Grabs this one side, retired 7 in a row, retired by Jason Hamill. Bottom of the 4th coming up. The A's will have the top of their order. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Golden Gate University. Finish your bachelor's degree online or on campus. Golden Gate University. Make it your comeback year. Bottom of the 4th inning from a sold-out O.co Coliseum. The A's leading 5-0. First pitch to Sam Full from Tawan Walker, who is now into his 3rd inning of work. Full is grounded out and struck out. Both of those at-bats coming in the 1st inning.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can look at your defense up the middle, catch short, second, center, and while you want them to produce offensively, the defensive part is just as important. Soto doing a good job catching a shutout so far. Full, of course, has made some great plays in center field.
Seager reaches up and grabs the line drive off the bat of Full for out number 1.
And I think we saw in Anaheim, especially a 4-game sweep by the Angels, didn't score a lot of runs, but defense it was a little bit shaky at times, but this afternoon everything's worked to perfection in the first 4 innings. Put your glove up and coming right at you. Seager on the grass, able to rob Full of a base hit.
Reddick skies one to shallow right field, and Cano gets out there to grab it. So Reddick is retired. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. One of the big series going on in the American League starting today outside of this one is the Tigers and the Indians in Cleveland, and that's the first of 4. Detroit has a 5-1 lead over the Indians in the 3rd inning. Price for Detroit, Kluber for the Indians, so that's a very nice pitching matchup. But the Tigers have got to Kluber early, so 5-1 in the 3rd inning. And right now, the Tigers have that second wild card spot. They're just a half game behind the Kansas City Royals. Log jam. A's are the #1 wild card.
Zanino again, another hard shot straight off the mask, and take between Soto and Zanino this afternoon. Both have taken some shots, and also Coyne Walcott, the home plate umpire.
So 0-2 to Donaldson. Right there, strike 3 called. So another good inning for Walker. He's retired 8 in a row. 5th inning coming up. It's 5-0. The A's lead. To CSNCA fan photo. Make sure your name is down and your hometown down for a chance to be shown in one of our game broadcasts. It's all brought to you by AT&T. Sean Graham sends in today's fan photo, and he says it's Ethan's first A's game, and he's a fan for life.
Not a future Hall of Famer.
That's a good one. You're right. Well, it's usually the babies.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He's
that young man.
That's right.
Older.
Yeah, he brought his glove probably.
It's the little baby pictures where they're curled up in the, what do they call that? A onesie. That's right. My kids are a little older now. I forgot about that onesie thing. So it's the 5th inning, and it's Smoke Chavez Zanino against Jason Hamill. Hamill has retired 7 in a row, so he's on a nice little roll. Smoke get a little pop-up down the right field line in the 2nd inning. Sogard grabbed it. Foul ball, this one left side.
After a very tough 2nd inning. Tough in the sense of a walk, 4-pitch walk following a base hit. Jason Hamill has settled down, and actually that inning struck out Zanino with a high fastball, struck out Miller with a high fastball, but since then, and maybe those intentional, because everything after that's been down in the strike zone. Good low fastball, good low curveballs.
And Smoke swings and misses, strikes out. Strikeout number 3 for Hamill.
You swing at the delivery, and it's a curveball. You have no chance, and Pitch probably out of the strike zone, but Smoke, watch him start. I'm going to get a fastball. I'm going to load, and oops, there's a hook, and no chance. He started his swing, could not hold up, and had already committed too much. He missed that by 2 feet because good downward break on the curveball from him.
First pitch to Andy Chavez is another breaking ball. This one stays high.
There it is. That's the curveball. He's got the index finger on his seam, pulls it down. Great bite on it.
Right up the middle, over the bag into center field, a 1-out hit. So Chavez is aboard. He's got a walk and a single today.
Chavez may not hit a lot of home runs, but he'll do this. He'll play solid defense and ball right back over the mound. Hamill, unfortunately, breaking a little bit to the first base side and couldn't cover it. We just saw Jim Cott with MLB in Anaheim, 16-time Gold Glover. Greg Maddux, 18. Those guys, when they throw, boom, they're ready, waiting. And you take a lefty or righty falling off one side or the other, and how many times we see a baseball go directly over the mound, right where they would be standing.
Now, there's very few guys who do what Maddux and Cott did as far as finishing.
Exactly. I think a lot try, but they're not able to accomplish it. And the effort they put in pitches, and just watching Hamill puts a lot of effort. Of course, pitchers always do, but just enough to take him to the first base side and open up right over the top of the mound.
Zunino swings and misses. Zunino struck out swinging in the second inning.
Another good fastball, and this one elevated, so maybe again intentional with Zunino. And fortunately for Hamill, he's swinging through them. Zunino is.
Runner goes, and the ball's popped up on the infield. Sogard shades his eyes. He's got it. So 2 men down here in the 5th inning.
Now batting, number 5.
Brad Miller will hit.
Brad Miller.
So Hamill pitching nicely with a 5-0 lead. Pitch number 63 coming up, and it's a fastball inside. Well, not a fastball, actually. It's off speed, another curve. He likes throwing that curve. They're doing the wave here at the Coliseum.
Something new?
I didn't know they still did that here. Don't see the wave too much anymore. Although it's dying slowly down the first base line. Runner goes again, pitches high, throw to second base is right there. Got it. Perfect throw by Giovanni Soto. And they gun down Andy Chavez to end the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th coming up, 5-0 A's. very first inning. So we reached the bottom of the 5th inning. Giovanni Soto with another one of the better throws we've seen this year. I mean, he got a nice pitch to throw on. That always helps. Outside to a left-handed hitter. It's like a pitch out, and he just came up throwing it.
And Chavez by about 10 feet, which I guess when you're down 5-0, 2 outs, although he tried it earlier was Nino, previous batter, tried to steal, maybe thinking he could get a pretty good jump off Jason Hamill, but if he did, Soto took care of any delay as he got rid of it quickly, made a perfect throw.
Adam Dunn, a homer and a single. Swings and misses on 0-2, 94 miles an hour.
Now watch the footwork, and of course the pretty good jump by Chavez, looking back for some reason, but Soto, a perfect pitch to throw, perfect pitch to throw out to Chavez. And you know, if there are 2 outs, why are you looking back? And while he has the speed, maybe he can do it, but it's going to slow him out a little bit. The ball beat him though, so and as long as he had a lane to slide, he's up.
Oh yeah, he's out by a whole bunch.
Got him in the chest.
10 feet at least. Cano out on the grass makes the play. Moss is retired.
It is amazing what happens when the ball beats the runner.
Yep.
I like the one where the infielder catches the ball, pops the tag down, brings it up, the guy slides right under it.
They do have this thing called replay.
That's a good, yeah.
Lloyd McClellan didn't want anything to do with it.
Maybe Lloyd was upset that he was thrown out, or even attempting with 5-run deficit. But I tell you, it's not something that's out of the ordinary, because the Angels do it as well as anybody when they're leading or trailing, especially trailing. They'll take advantage if they can get a runner in scoring position.
Here's Lowry with 2 outs. Lowry a single and a fly ball to left field. One's looped into right center, and Lowry has 2 hits. So Lowry back. He's placed on the disabled list August 15th, so been out for a while.
Heck of a way to get a 2-week rest, but for Jet Lowry coming back, playing flawless defense, gets a couple of hits, and a perfect time to get the veteran back at shortstop for his switch hitting, as well as the defense at shortstop. Double ear flapping up.
First pitch to Vogt, foul to the screen. Walk, run scored, and a fly ball to center field. Another ball well to the outfield. So Walker out of the bullpen has thrown 54 pitches. Now 2-1. With 5 hits in that first inning, just 2 since then, but got another one, make it 3 since then as Vogt shoots one through the left side.
And maybe that's a start for Stephen Vogt. You notice how that swing hit down on the ball instead of kind of getting under? All the fly balls to left center in Anaheim, he got under them. This one though, right on top of the pitch, a little bit up and away from him, but on top, kind of lifted his body a little bit to get on top of the high fastball and drove it past Seager at third base. That's a great hit. Watch how he kind of lifts up a little bit up there, and then the top hand right on top of it. And no reason to try to pull the ball when it's outside and right on top of it in Exmo makes it look even better.
So 2-out rally. Here's Soto. First pitch to Soto right through the legs of Zunino. Could have been a cross up. Runners move up to second and third. See if Zunino goes to chat with his pitcher.
Should have been a strike right down the middle, and Zunino got it on his left hand, right between his legs. This pitcher's right down the middle, and missed Walcott. Yeah, they're always going to give. Now, if that official scored, I'm going to say this: you walk down and you find out. You say pass ball, but I'm going to check just to see. That's not necessarily a pass ball.
So you're saying if it's a cross-up, it should be a wild pitch.
Well, well, our official score says go ask.
So, yeah,
pitcher
check.
and catcher, they're both going to be honest, you know, and just find out. Don't just immediately say pass ball because the catcher misses the ball down the middle. It's definitely a cross-up.
And it's not uncommon for official scores to go down after game and ask a player about a certain play.
But what they should automatically say is it's a pass ball until I check, because that's inevitably. There's a cross-up, the catcher gets the pass ball, but it's not always the case.
It certainly had all the looks of a cross-up.
Definitely was. I mean, Zunino almost got him the thumb or the finger someplace on his glove hand.
Outside with a breaking ball. 2-2 the count. So second and third now with 2 outs.
The other one of those things too is they're still on base, nobody covers second. E2. Find out who was supposed to be there.
Jackson goes back in center, and he makes the catch. Side retired, A's strand a pair. We're moving to the 6th from the Coliseum. 5-0. The A's lead. Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe, who reminds you to put your pick first. University of California, Berkeley, beautiful campus. And the A's with a 5-0 lead over the Mariners.
I wonder if Bob Melvin asked Hilaire to show that beautiful sight. And you know, there's another gentleman, late Walter Haas, who's been very instrumental in I think Haas Pavilion, and Roy Eisenhart, the son-in-law of the late Walter Haas, is here today along with Alan Pont down along the A's side, former owner of the A's.
That one's belted to right center. Nobody's going to get this one, and it is gone well out of here by Brad Miller. His 9th home run of the year.
That was a rocket.
It was. Deep right center field, and it went up into the seats.
Low fastball. Typically left-handed hitters like the low fastball. He crushed it. That was a laser that just kept rising. That just straight through and gone.
So the Mariners are on the board 5-1 as now they'll send up the top of their order Austin Jackson.
The good news about that home run, it's a solo. See, it did not take long to get out.
Quick 0-2 to Austin Jackson, who has hit a pair of fly balls to center field. Well, that's the third hit in the game for Seattle. This one's popped up. Tough sun. Lowry fighting it, and he's got it. See him shade the sun with his throwing hand and then with his glove. And that is not easy to do.
You know, when that happens, you're just praying. I hope those baseballs are rubbed up. You get a pearl up in the sky.
That's true. You can't see it.
Mikey Thalblum rubs up a lot of the baseballs, but you get in the 6th inning, you start using a lot of them, but the more mud you put on them, the darker the ball gets, and the better it is with the background, which is a very high sky.
I think a fan who has maybe never seen an actual, actually game-used baseball would be surprised at how dark it is.
Absolutely. You have to take the sheen off.
Yeah.
I mean, batting practice, they use pearls, which are basically pretty nice play. Saved the bullpen.
Got a little shin burner, but he's all right.
All right. Did a great job. The relievers did not have to move. Saves the bullpen. Makes a fan. Takes one on the left shin and goes to the ground. But he can look back and say, guys, I took care of you. Those Flaherty, they're waiting just in case.
Oh, that's a tough hop. And he smothered it, and Ackley's retired.
But you know, they always talk about rubbed up baseballs, Captain. That's a good point you bring up, because Mikey Thalblum, the visiting clubhouse manager, is the one that will sit with the mud. They talk about different places, but you take a handful and you rub it on the baseball, put it on the baseball, and then rub it up to take the sheen of the baseball off, so it's easier to throw. And in a case like today, maybe easier to see, but they only rub up so many per game. And then after that, you'll see a pitcher try to put something to rub it up, take a little bit of the sheen off.
See Casey Chavez rubbing up baseballs a lot as well. There's a little bit of an art to it.
Casey does it so the relievers will have a rubbed up baseball similar to what you're going to get when they come in the game. One time umpires did it.
Huh. Oh, I bet they love that job.
That's why they don't do it anymore. That's why Mikey does it. Mikey does cases. There's Matt Weiss on the umpire's side with Mikey on the visiting side.
Cano with a little flare. Left field. Moss now coming in. He's got it. Side retired. So Brad Miller with a solo home run to get the Mariners on the board. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 5-1 the A's lead.
Rewind. Athletics first inning, they needed this, and they need especially to have Adam Dunn. First game, third pitch, 2-run home run with 2 outs in the first inning, and then Giovanni Soto with a 2-run single and a 3-2 fastball. That would score 2 more. Eric Sogard would top it. The 5-run first inning off Mookie coming in to get the 1 out. But Sogard got the base hit beforehand. And 10 batters hit in the first inning. Bob Melvin extremely happy after seeing his club play very, very poorly 4 games in Anaheim, and they've come back this afternoon against a very good Mariners team, and so far put 5 on the board, lead 5-1.
Sogard to lead it off against Walker, and there's a liner past Smoke into right for a hit. So Sogard is 2 for 3. Hey, let's take a look at tomorrow's pitching probables, brought to you by Chevron. Care for your car. Sonny Gray making his 28th start. Got a 13-7 record against left-hander James Paxton, who's spent a lot of time on the disabled list this year, but a very highly thought of young left-hander for the Mariners. He's 4-1 with a 1.83 ERA. And Paxton got hurt. It was his first start this year, and he was in their rotation as a youngster, and he got hurt very early on and missed quite a bit of time, but pitching well, and he's back in that rotation now after spending quite a bit of time on the disabled list. Smoke has it, fires to second for 1, back to first, double play. So Fold hit it very hard, and Smoke fielded it. He was right next to first base, so he really had a couple of options on how to turn a double play.
Well, you're right. Hit so hard, he's right there, and I guess you could say get the lead runner first and then just step back to the bag, and Miller able to throw it back to him instead of the pitcher getting involved. Oh, backhand, and boy, you'd have to say nobody on base or first and second. That ball probably would have gotten past him, but he was close enough to the bag just to reach back, take a hit away from Fuller.
So that'll bring up Reddick, who takes a first pitch strike. Double and a walk for Reddick, and also popped out. For Taijuan Walker, 4 2/3 innings of shutout baseball. So he's done what he's supposed to do. 67 pitches. That's our first look at Walker.
Yes, it is, and been very impressed. As I'm sure the American League has been impressed with him. But this one.
Reddick with a hit, so he's got a couple of hits today.
Josh doesn't have to practice his drives because he just had one. Low line drive, took it down off the ground and back up the middle. A golf swing as he went down perfectly and took it right back over the head of Walker into center field. And Josh has to be happy and look at and not see the shift. It's a thing of beauty.
So Donaldson gets a chance to hit. He's now 10 hits in this game. Donaldson does not have one of those 10. He has hit a fly ball to center field, and he has struck out twice. Tigers still leading the Indians 5-1 in the 5th inning. The Royals will play tonight. They will host the Texas Rangers. City with a half-game lead over Detroit in the Central. Reddick takes off. Walker spins around, almost threw it away, but Cano is able to get the tag on Reddick, although they're stopping it.
Call the ball?
I think they call the ball.
The block has been called.
So Reddick goes to second base.
I wonder if he didn't step off. It had to have been, because you hear somebody yell, he's running. Watch Walker as Reddick is taken off. No, he looked to first. That's great call by Quinn Walkup, because he threw like he's going to throw to first. If you go to first, you have to throw there. And he has motion. First went towards first base, and he didn't throw. Changed to go to second.
So it would be just like not throwing at all to first, and that's a balk.
Exactly.
So it's basically the same thing.
And actually, if he had stepped off, which he should have.
Lloyd McClellan's coming out to talk to his youngster, maybe just to make sure he's all right. Still a ball game, 5-1. And that may be exactly what he told them. So Donaldson has to get that run back. The A's gave up on the home run last inning. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. 95 miles an hour. May have had a little cut to it.
I struck Donaldson out, called third strike. Actually, for JD, twice called third strikes. One on the inside, one on the outside, and now 1-2 with a big swing and a miss. It's funny thinking back to Friday's game when Jared Weaver walked, and that was not seen by 4 umpires, yet went walkout. And this one, as soon as Walker did that with a really pretty fancy footwork, but noticed that he had gone to first initially.
And we showed the replay of Weaver, and there really was no question that he balked. Reddick at second. The 1-2 pitch is reached for, hit down the left field line, and it's going to be foul into the seats.
Somebody was fortunate to get a Coco jersey.
Yeah.
Lift the leg, get the foot down, and here comes the off-speed pitch, and all he had to do is go down to one knee. It'd be an Adrian Beltre.
And that one past Seager, and the A's are going to get a run back. Reddick trots in to score. Donaldson will go to second, and it's 6-1.
Well, what a great swing by Donaldson after the off-speed pitch that almost fooled him badly enough to pop it up. So the base hit on a golf swing, a balk, and this low fastball down on it. Similar pitch that he was called out on his second at bat, first against Walker. And Kyle Seager just hit so hard, trying to go down to his right, to his knee, couldn't come up with it. And I guess thinking better to Olay it instead of getting my body in front of him. He may have not had a chance to get his body in front of him. Thought he could catch the ball as it hit and popped up.
So Donaldson with a double and an RBI. He now has 89 RBIs and 26 doubles.
That's a big run to get back after the Miller home run. Coming with 2 outs again. All 6 runs with 2 outs today. Donaldson with a big swing, and right foot, left foot, kept his balance. Made it easily into second base as hard as the ball was hit down in the corner. He's going to get 2 out of it. The impressive thing with Donaldson, runners in scoring position.
Yep.
I mean, it just seems he fights and finds a way how to put the ball in play.
And that hit's done in the left hand. And he'll trot to first. Hope he's okay.
I check the baseball. Some big arms.
Now batting, left fielder.
Check the left arm as he goes to swing. Got on the left forearm right above. Actually, the meaty part. It's right above the wrapped wristband. So on base 3 times for Adam Dunn.
Homer, single, strikeout, hit by pitch for Dunn in his A's debut. So since that 3-6-3 double play, it's gone single, double, hit, batter. And Moss pops it up. Seager under it. Seager's got it side retired. A run on 3 hits for the Athletics. And we're moving to the 7th. A's 6, Mariners 1. By McDonald's, April 3rd of this year. Remember this, folks? Coco Crisp, a walk-off home run. It was in the 12th inning, and the A's won the game 3-2. So that was the first week of the season, April 3rd. Thank you very much, says Coco. Right now the A's want Coco back in the lineup. His neck is bothering him after that tough collision over the weekend in Anaheim. The giveaway today is the Coco Crisp jersey, which is a very good looking jersey. The green tops.
By the way, where is Hector Noyes? Because we know what happened after he did that. Oh, we forgot to say that with Don.
I know. I don't want to be disrespectful to Hawk in any way.
It was exciting. Just the fact his third pitch, first at bat as a member of the Athletics, and hits a home run, and we forgot to say, put him on board.
Yeah. Just let Hawk know we're thinking about him. Hawk Harrelson, the announcer for the White Sox, who called a whole bunch of Adam Dunn home runs.
Also, Frank Thomas inducted first ballot into Cooperstown. Big Hurt went through every teammate he ever played with throughout during his speech. First name rapid fire, but Hawk gave Frank Thomas the nickname Big Hurt.
A little more on Coco Crisp, who actually took a little batting practice today, which was great to see. So we'll see how it goes with Coco Crisp. Hopefully he'll feel a little bit better each day. No swing. Full count to Kendrys Morales. Seager to follow, and then Smoke here in the 7th inning. That was a scary moment. That's as hard as I've seen a player hit the ground. He did bang into the wall, but it was really the impact of him hitting the ground that looked really scary. This was the play in Anaheim.
But he actually has the ball in his glove, but watch the arm as it hits the wall, knocks the ball out of the glove there. He does bring the glove down, but definitely landed hard. You see this as the ball falling, but as he hit the ground, his neck kind of snapped a little bit. Zaynetta awarded a home run.
So one away, and here is Kyle Seager. Seager has a single and a fly ball to center field. Just 3 hits for the Mariners. One of them, Brad Miller's home run for their only run. Seager leading the Mariners in home runs and RBIs. Mariners at the trade deadline, of course, got Austin Jackson, Kristen Orphy, a right-handed hitter. So a little bit before that, Kendrys Morales. So they've certainly tried to improve their offense. Certainly a little bit of a deeper lineup than they had at the beginning of the year.
And I think the signing of Robinson Cano during the offseason, taking it from the Yankees, gave him a boatload of money, long-term contract, but he's done a great job for the Mariners this year. As the old saying goes, sometimes a player makes everybody else around you better. He's done that. See, was the offseason, and Chris Young, late sign, who started today. One of his worst outings, no doubt, today. Just 2/3 of an inning. He's won 12 games for the Mariners. A lot of good things happening in the Northwest.
3-2 now. Trying to get back to the postseason for the first time since 2001. That was the season where they thought it was the magical season in Seattle. It was regular season. They won 116 games, but then lost in the ALCS to the Yankees. A good team, boy.
He's won over 100 that year themselves, but finished 15 games behind, winning 100. It was a remarkable season. Well, they were loaded too.
Yep.
Wow, do they have a team?
Mariners have been to the postseason 4 times, 95, 97, 2000, and then that 2001 season that we're talking about. But 12 seasons since their last postseason appearance, since the 3rd longest stretch of missing out on the postseason. Moss over, and Moss makes the catch.
Fans, even if you aren't an A's season ticket holder, you can still get 2014 postseason rights. Just place a deposit on a 2015 A's ticket plan and secure your place in line for 2014 postseason tickets. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or go to athletics.com/deposit. Mike Selleck was so quick announcing the attendance today. Another sellout, 36,067. Steve Finelli and his group in the ticket office, of course, making plans for what they hope will be a postseason appearance and a long postseason appearance for the Athletics. Another sellout for the A's today. Actually 3 consecutive. The last 2 in Anaheim were sellouts, and today standing room only. Well, the few quarters and the flags.
And Smoke one around. So quickly an 0-2 to Justin Smoke.
The hitters talk about looking fastball, making adjustment. That's twice that Smoke has gotten the curveball, struck out nasty bat, and now this one that really, if you recognize the spin, you don't start and complete the swing. Kind of hold up.
Smoke, pop out and a strikeout. The breakdown, pretty good pitch distribution as far as how many he's throwing. A high of 18, a low of 9 in individual innings.
And unfortunately, this inning, first 2 batters go to 3 and 2. 13 pitches alone in those 2 batters.
So 2-2 to Smoke. Hamill kicks, and the pitch is hit high in the air, deep left center field, but room for Moss and Fold, and it's Moss who makes the catch. Side retired. So Jason Hamill's been very good through 7 innings. We have reached the 7th inning stretch. 6-1 the A's lead. And it's brought to you by Coors, the banquet beer. On this date in 2002, down by 2 entering the bottom of the 9th, Miguel Tejada, a 3-run walk-off home run versus Eddie Guardado to extend the A's winning streak to 18. What a moment it was. It's always fun to watch. And Miguel Tejada. He had a couple big hits in that stretch.
Matter of fact, he did it again the next day with a drawn-in infield for the Royals. Brought in 5 infielders, hit a ball up the middle for the game winner at number 19.
So bottom of the 7th inning, Lowry, Vogt, and Soto to hit against Juan Walker back out there. And his first pitch in for a strike. Jason Hamill at 92 pitches and 7 innings, just 3 hits and 1 run allowed. Walker knocks it down, picks it up off the side of the mound, and Lowry is retired. So Lowry 2 for 4.
We talked about Chris Young being a fly ball pitcher. Hamill today 12 fly ball outs. So he's done a good job keeping the ball in park, with the exception of the one to Miller.
First baseman, number 21, Stephen Vogt.
So Stephen Vogt hits. Vogt has been on base twice, a walk and a single. He scored a run. Curve stays high. First place Baltimore Orioles lost today. The Twins beat them 6-4. The Yankees, who are chasing the Orioles, did not play, so they pick up a half. Orioles feeling pretty good. They have an 8.5 game lead. The loss today broke their 4-game winning streak. The Orioles in charge. They have the biggest division lead of any first place team in baseball. Closest is in the National League Central. The Brewers lost again. Brewers have lost 6 in a row, and they are no longer the first place team. So Vogt with a walk. Time now for the Prius Get Happy Camp, powered by Toyota Prius. So a good day for the youngsters. A holiday, no school, sellout crowd. The A's back home to start a 6-game homestand. Get to see Adam Dunn in an A's uniform for the first time.
Wonder who had to tell him about the tunnel.
I don't know. He kind of acted like he wasn't sure about it. Of course, he is 6'6".
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a different tunnel. So Rick Waits to the mound.
I'm on the left of getting loose. You know, I was thinking of Rick Waits, of course, teammate of your brother of mine in Cleveland, and stylish left-hander. But you look at Walker. Now, Waiter was wearing his Bentley's down, but you see, Waiter played at the time when guys showed the stirrup sock. You know, she had the white sandies and see the high stirrup socks. They asked Rick Waits why he didn't pull his pants up like his pitcher does. You know, and that's old school there. I mean, that's where the pants up high, showing the stirrup, the white sanitary. You just don't see that anymore.
Nope.
Actually, you know what guys do now? They don't even wear sanitaries or stirrup. They just wear little socks.
Just regular socks.
They just let the pants hang down over the shoes, and nobody knows. Just like going out to take a stroll.
Yep. Soto lines one right at Ackley, who gets back, makes the catch. Now it's probably a little easier just to slide those regular athletic socks on, but there was always an art to putting on the sanitary and then the stirrup.
Well, that's what Steve Vucinich said down in Atlanta when they had the 1914's game. You know, the guys were wearing them like that. They did not know how to keep the stirrup socks up. He said, actually, Lewis said he brought out a pair of garters that he used to strap them around.
That's
above the calves.
Bit how you did.
Yeah, he had the garters, and then or you put tape around it and roll them up. But he said players today had no clue. What are those for, Lewis? Hold your pants up or your stockings up. See, Lewis lived around long enough to know all of that as far as how to wear the pants.
But I don't know. I guess there's still some guys. Now, Brad Miller, that looks like a sanitary stirrup situation.
Now, that's a Cincinnati Reds look, because you could only have about a 4-inch horseshoe tap. You had to show just a little bit of the sanitary, but you had to wear the pants up. I mean, it was an ugly look. That's why it was the 72 World Series, the hairs and the squares. The Reds wear the uniforms and clean shaven. And of course, the A's 72 with Charlie Finley. Everybody had the beards, long hair.
Coming in is Ackley, and he makes a sliding catch. Nice play. Sogard hit it hard. So the A's strand a runner, and we're moving to the 8th. 6-1, the A's lead. Midwest Sportsnet California is brought to you by Kelly Moore, proud sponsor of the Oakland A's. KellyMoore.com. Bring inspiration home. Fox Theater in downtown Oakland. We are here at the O.co Coliseum. Sellout crowd this afternoon to see the first of a 3-game series. A little bit of everything going on. Got a mariachi band out in left field. Yeah, find another stadium that's got a mariachi band, right? Huh? Only here at the Coliseum.
I wonder who had to come out early to get all those seats together in left field. Well, if they're not in the bleachers, then they could buy reserved seats, which they evidently got in left field. Plaza level.
Andy Chavez to lead it off, and then Zunino and Miller, 8th inning with the A's. The lead at 6-1. Sam Fuld racing back, and Fuld grabs it. Sam Fuld is getting his wind sprints in today, so he's staying in shape.
You know, one thing Sam Fuld does well, he plays relatively shallow, but a lot of confidence in being able to go back on the ball. And balls directly hit at the center fielder on the direct line drive are always hard to pick up, but Sam able to play shallow, go back on the ball easily, or Rob hits in front of him, as he's done a couple of times today with sliding catches.
So Zunino steps in. He takes a strike, a strikeout, and a pop out for Mike Zunino, young catcher. Baseball loose down the right field line, or beach ball, excuse me. That disturbs me a lot, Ray.
Well, now
disturbs me a lot.
We saw it in Anaheim. I guess somebody must have heard the talk about Angel Stadium being the only place for beach balls. Security's going to have to check the bags a little bit more to make sure those uninflated beach balls are confiscated, because they bring them in flat and blow them up. So we just had one ripped apart.
Anything in there? Candy bar or anything?
I think the air is gone.
So 1-2 to Zunino. So we've seen the wave and we've seen a beach ball today. Inside, spin Zunino out of the way. Getting after it.
I hope they're staying cool, because they are dressed very warmly. They've got some warmth for those clothes that they're wearing.
And they're working hard. I mean, Gregerson starts to throw in the A's bullpen. Hamill at 101 pitches. Hamill threw 93 pitches in that 7-inning outing. This one just to our right and above us. 93 pitches in Houston on Tuesday. He has been in control. He's retired 7 in a row, trying to make it 8. This one's hit high above us. Do not see it. A whole lot of foul balls that go up over our heads, and that one did. So you sit up there thinking, I doubt if I'm going to get a foul ball. Those folks above us just did. Three and two now to Zunino, with Brad Miller, left-handed hitter, in the on-deck circle. Hamill. Here's in for the sign. Now he's ready. Swing and a miss. Zunino chased that high fastball again. And that is strikeout number 4 for Jason Hamill. Well, join us on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area tomorrow at 9 p.m. as 49ers head coach Jim Harbaugh took his yearly missionary trip to Peru, and Comcast Sportsnet went along to chronicle the whole trip. Harbaugh and his group built homes, delivered food, and taught football to boys in the area. Sportsnet Central's Dave Feldman's along for the trip and brings you the story tomorrow at 9 p.m. Again on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Sounds like good stuff, so make sure you check that out.
Harbaugh's brother go with him? Aren't their brother NFL coaches?
Proud dad, huh?
Yeah.
Both your sons.
Who do you root for? Hope they don't play each other. I guess what is the Super Bowl?
They did in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Parents knew they had a winner.
Yeah, you just,
it's just a matter
sit
of
back and enjoy.
It's like Archie Manning.
Yeah, 2 Manning quarterbacks, and they have to go head to head.
Two and 1 to Miller, who homered in the 6th. His 9th home run of the year.
So tell me, Cap, is that Thursday at Lambeau or is that Seattle?
It's in Seattle.
Okay.
Yep. So, see what happens.
Fastball running away from Miller. Got the low fastball for the home run. His first, or his last at bat. Home run number 9 for him. Fans in it today.
Miller goes after the pitch. A little bit up and in. Fouls it back. So the crowd has been into it right from the get-go. Of course, it helps when the score 5 in the first, but you could tell that terrific A's fans were glad to have their team back, and they were going to support them through what has been a little bit of a tough stretch. And Miller goes around on a pitch in the dirt, and that is strikeout number 5 for Jason Hamill. He's retired 9 consecutive hitters, and the A's, as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, they're holding on to a 6-1 lead. Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 1-3-0 for Seattle, 6-11-0 for the A's. A 5-run first inning. Got the A's off to a great start. And behind Jason Hamill, season high 8 innings. They're in control with that 6-1 lead. Adam Dunn, his first at bat with the Athletics, hit a 2-run homer. He also singled in his second at bat, so it's been a good A's debut for Adam Dunn. Career home run number 461. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts as Joe Beimel, the left-hander, comes in. 3-1 with a 2.03 ERA for the Seattle Mariners. Mariners, like the A's, have a terrific bullpen. The numbers certainly back it up. Flaherty warming up. These two teams with the top 2 team ERAs in the American League. Mariners are first at 3.02. The A's are second at 3.29.
Different types of bullpens as far as the style of pitchers, but I know that the Mariners are good. Actually, Walker proved it today. Just 1 run after coming into the second inning.
Sam Fuld shoots one to center. Jackson is under. So Fuld is retired. So an interesting note on the Mariners pitching. As I said, their ERA coming into today 3.02. The last time an American League team had an ERA for the full season under 3 was your Oakland A's, 1974.
Yep.
Just a touch under 3. So that's what the Mariners are shooting for. It's going to go up a little bit today. At this point in the season, it's not going to go up and down a whole lot. So that's a long time.
A very long time. And of course, in that World Series in 1974, A's used only 5 pitchers for a 5-game World Series. The closer goes 4 innings. You know, you have to worry about using a lot of pitchers situationally.
Ackley backing over for the second out.
Fans Labor Day sale, save 50% and get MLB.com at bat premium features for only $4.99. Follow every A's game with live look-ins, replay reviews, live radio broadcasts, the MLB.TV game of the day, and more. Download on the App Store. Sale ends soon. Visit athletics.com today. If it's a Labor Day sale, you better act fast because Labor Day is today. A's have labored very well today in scoring the runs.
So we got a pitching change. Bimol's coming out and bringing in the right-hander. So we'll be back. A's with a 6-1 lead.
Is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports, and by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
6-1, the A's lead. Mariners have brought in a right-hander.
Now batting third baseman, number 20, Josh Donaldson.
It's Carson Smith. So it's his major league debut. The numbers at AAA for Carson Smith. He was an 8th round pick in 2011 by the Mariners. So he's a little pumped up, I'm sure.
He just showed that first one.
But He's 3 years in the minor leagues, and now he's in the big leagues. Carson Smith.
Well, if you like the rest of the guys out of the Mariners bullpen, he throws about 98. So it's good time for his manager, Lloyd McClendon, to give him a chance to get his feet wet.
Donaldson hits it right back up the middle. Cano's right there. Flips to first. Side. Retired. So 9th inning, A's 3 outs away from a win. They lead 6-1.
Today's game, Jason Hamill got through the first inning, and boy, after a 5-run first inning for his ball club, scoring him some runs, he settled down. High fastballs to Zunino, striking him out a couple of times. And the good curveball down in the zone, and finished off with the strikeout of Miller on a curveball in the dirt. Actually finished with the final 2 batters strikeouts. So Jason Hamill, 8 solid innings, 1 run, 5 strikeouts, and a walk. And that 4-pitch walk in the second inning, had a strikeout, and Zunino following the walk.
So Eric O'Flaherty comes in. It's time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. O'Flaherty making his 17th appearance. The last time he pitched was Wednesday in Houston, and he got a save. Gentry comes in the game. He's now in left field. Moss is out. O'Flaherty in that game in Houston gave up the home run to Chris Carter in the 9th inning, but nothing else. And he got the save. It was a 5-4 A's win.
Unfortunately, prior to that, Altuve was called out, upheld on a play that was reviewed. Maybe the final review by Bo Porter. He was relieved of his duties today, but that was a fortunate one because if Altuve stayed on and Carter hit the home run, it's a different story. But Flaherty picked up his first major league save with that outing.
So the 2-2 pitch to Jackson is bounced toward the shortstop. Tough little hop for Lowry, but he takes care of it. Jackson is out. 1 out here in the 9th inning. He's trying to snap their 4-game losing streak. Once again, the Angels do not play today, so he can pick up a half game. There's Adam Dunn, who's had a nice A's debut with a homer and a single, and he was also hit by a pitch. Sogard grabs it, gets up, throws, Ackley's out. So 2 quick outs here in the 9th inning, and he's 1 out away from win number 79. This is Cano's spot in the order, but he is not going to hit. Thanks. Stephen Romero is going to hit.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. From Seattle, batting for Cano, number 7, Stephen.
So Stephen Romero hits for Cano with 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Flaherty kicks the first pitch. Check swing, called a strike. A's post-game live coming up after the game. We'll have a player interview if the A's finish off this win. I think I'd like to talk to Adam Dunn. How about you, Red?
I'd love to, and you can call him Big
Talk to him. See what he's all about. I bet he's a nice guy.
He is a very nice guy. Gentle giant. Usually guys that big are gentle, but you don't want to mess with him.
0-2. Which is way high. So Adam Dunn, a big story today, but none bigger than Jason Hamill.
That's right.
8 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. The back-to-back, very good outing.
Absolutely, and that's good to see too, because he was skipped in the week in which the A's had 2 days off.
So Romero gets hit by a pitch. That's right. These 2 starts coming after, was it 10 days off? Or
that's right.
9-10 days off?
Complete week off, the 10 days in between, and barely got the bloused uniform. Romero had to be reminded by Walcott that he got hit because he probably didn't feel it, but the bloused uniform still part of the body.
So here's Kendrys Morales, who is 0 for 3. Over tomorrow, Sonny Gray and James Paxton. Paxton, a left-hander. Our coverage will start at 6:30 with A's pregame live. So night game tomorrow, day game on Wednesday. There's a strike. And an off day Thursday, and the Houston Astros come to town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's not that many home games left. Not that many games left in the season.
The A's just have a couple of trips, and that would be to Chicago, Seattle, the next one, and then Texas to finish the season. The rest of the games are home.
25 games left total after this one for the Athletics.
25 the most important games of a season of 162. Yep.
1-2 pitch is lying down the left field line, headed for the bullpen. Hope everybody's okay down there. Our ball boy made a very good effort. Covered a lot of ground.
They had better effort before when they all sat still, but this time once the ball eluded the ball boy, they scattered.
That's a no sympathy dugout right there. Sogard has it, steps on the bag, and that's the ball game. So Flaherty